Michel Barnier has sparked panic among EU diplomats who fear he might be tempted to agree a post-Brexit trade deal with the UK in a move that could spark fury among the bloc's member states. The chief Brexit negotiator Michel Barnier flew to London this weekend to resume face-to-face talks with UK counterpart David Frost over the terms of a free trade agreement when Britain begins life outside European Union on January 1, 2021. But serious differences still remain, with both sets of negotiating teams refusing to give significant ground on a number of issues, predominantly around fisheries and state aid. French President Emmanuel Macron has also been vocal about the EU still having the same access to UK waters over concerns for the future of the French fishing industry. This had led to fears time will run out to agree a deal that would need to be ratified by both the UK and EU parliaments before the transition period deadline on December 31. The European Commission has started putting pressure on Mr. Barnier to agree a trade deal with Britain, according to a report in The Times, raising hopes in Downing Street an agreement could be struck by Friday. But BBC Europe editor Katja Adler has tweeted EU diplomats told her they are nervous Mr. Barnier might be tempted to agree a deal with the UK, for the sake of his legacy, but one that would enrage national governments throughout the bloc. They fear a deal would offer the UK too much of a competitive advantage over EU businesses in their own single market, and although Mr. Barnier receives widespread EU support, there are now fears they will be bounced into a deal as time runs out to agree one. Ms. Adler tweeted, "Sense amongst a number of member states is quite the opposite to what's been suggested in the article. EU diplomats have told me they're nervous Barnier might be tempted, for the sake of his legacy, to agree a deal with the UK that national governments e.g. France, NL object to. Because find too lenient, offering UK too much of a competitive advantage over EU businesses in their own single market." Broadly, Barnier still enjoys widespread EU support, but there's nervousness amongst some countries that BC of time running out they'll be bounced into a deal.